How many boots should one person own? It's an interesting question, right? Because you get into boots and you get one pair of cowboy boots, like you're a newbie, you get one pair, you're so pumped, and then you're thinking about, maybe I want another pair, but is another pair weird? I'm here to tell you, no, it's not weird. It's not weird. You can have as many pairs of cowboy boots as you want, but what is the perfect number? There's like this sweet spot that I've noticed. It's like this average number of boots. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about like that sweet spot. How many boots is the right boots for you? When I got my first pair of boulets right here, I started wearing them around, and then I noticed that the leather sole was not the best for all situations, right? So I was thinking to myself, would it be okay to get another pair of boots that had a rubber sole to sort of use when it's rainy or snowy or salty or just generally nasty out? Because if you ever wear leather soles out and about, especially in the wintertime, it gets kind of slippery. It puts you in situations where it could probably ruin your day. You know, you fall on your ass while you're headed to class or something. Can you imagine trying to sit down in history class learning about the Mongols for 2 hours after you just fell on your tailbone and felt like you broke it? I went out and got a pair of rubber sole cowboy boots after that. Not this pair. I had to get rid of that other pair. I got a pair of Abilenes, but I did get this pair as sort of a replacement to the Abilenes. This is a pair of Fry Roper boots, and it has the rubber soles on it, right? So having some rubber sole sort of kick around boots that you can wear in the rain, in the snow, that you don't really care about what happens to it, and I got these secondhand. A couple of months later, I was like, you know what? All I have is brown boots. I need some black boots. So I went out and I got some black boots, okay? So I'm up to 3 boots at this point. I'm probably around like, 20 years old. I was pretty happy with where that took me. Like, I would have been set at 3 boots. I got my brown pair, my black pair, and my rubber sole pair that I can just wear around, right? But then I went boot shopping with my buddies. You see, I am like this about boots in real life, okay? I only started recording it about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. So I would take my friends to go boot shopping, right? And we would just try on a whole bunch of different boots, and I would usually just let them pick out a pair, and then I would leave without boots. But this one day, I was just trying on a bunch of exotics, and I had a pretty okay marketing job, so it was sort of a risky thing, but I wanted to see what these exotics felt like, and I put on a pair of Cayman belly boots, and I had a spiritual experience. Have you seen that video? You guys know, spiritual experience. And when you have that spiritual experience in a pair of cowboy boots, it's so hard to leave the store without them. But I hesitantly put them back on the shelf. My friend found the pair of boots that he wanted, so we went up so he could pay for them. And I was just standing there waiting for him to pay, sort of tapping my toe, you know. And I said, fuck it. I'm going back and I'm getting those Cayman boots. So I was up to 4 boots. I stayed at 4 boots for about, 8 years or so until I started this channel. And that's when I got my next pair of boots. So I would say that 3 to 5 boots is like the sweet spot for the average person, okay? As I talk to people, it seems like 4 is the sweet spot. I was talking to Raul Delara. He said that people ask him how many boots he has, and he says 4, and they think that's weird. But we are up here in the East Coast. It just seems like 3 or 4 is just the right amount for the average person until you start talking with other cowboy boot enthusiasts, which is what I did when I started making these videos. And you all just drove me crazy. I couldn't get enough. So it definitely comes down to peer pressure to always want another pair of cowboy boots. You can't have too many pairs when it comes down to it. But for those of us on a budget, for those of us looking for that sweet spot, how many cowboy boots is right? I like to go brown pair, black pair, kick around pair, exotic pair, and then a real shit kicker pair if you can. Like this I got at a thrift store. These are waterproof Justins. Got them for like $20 and they fit. So now those are like the shittiest of shit kickers that I have. So like 3 to 5 boots, I would say, is the supreme sweet spot for the average people. But once you're in there, I feel like once you go to 6, there's no turning back. It's either I'm cool with 5 or I need to have all the boots. Yeah, Leah says the boot reasoning number is very good. I never thought about it until just recently when I see so many people with 3 to 5 pairs of boots. It's like 3 to 5 pairs are all the boots. All right. There ain't a belief or dead end that can keep us confined. No. Old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it, and this life has a toll, so I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, and I carry on this way, and we getting better.